In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
You know, when this person is also a former congresswoman, presidential candidate, now a former Democrat, it matters a great deal. When this person is Tulsi Gabbard, who herself is on a government watch list, she knows what it means to be a target of the deep state. Because the deep state continues to target President Trump, and because Special Counsel Jack Smith wants to persecute President Trump in the worst way, the deep state will do anything to stop or subvert the election of President Trump. Listen to this.
When I share with you that I know that President Trump understands the grave responsibility that a president and commander-in-chief bears for every single one of our lives. Whether you're a soldier, you're an airman, a Marine, sailor, or a coastie, he keeps us in his heart in the decisions that he makes. We saw this through his first term in the presidency, when he not only didn't start any new wars, he took action to de-escalate and prevent wars.
Yeah, to prevent wars. You know, it's not for nothing that President Trump represents the best qualities of the two presidents of the last 70 years. The legacy of both is real and substantial. The appeal of both is bipartisan and national. Each speaks to us, still, cautioning us about the dangers of the state, imploring us to be mindful of what the limited and enumerated powers of the state are, reminding us that the federal government did not create the states. The states created the federal government. And yet, every Democrat who likes to quote Eisenhower, there's not a single Democrat who follows his advice, not one. Show me a war, any war that Joe Biden opposes. Show me a war Kamala Harris is against. Show me a war Tim Walz would not have others fight in his place. Ukraine, Russia, Syria. Democrats would have us intervene in all three. Democrats would have us invade Europe and Asia and the Middle East and make the world more dangerous under the false flag of national security. As for the deep state, Democrats support it. Hell, they reinforce it. They defend it, and most days they live it. Listen to this.
Today's Democrat Party is held hostage by haters, absolute haters, left-wing haters, angry mobs, deep state radicals, and their fake news allies. Those people are the best. They're the best allies they've got.
Yeah. Democrats deny the deep state exists, of course. They fund it just the same. Democrats deny the very wrongdoing they commit, which is why they mistake political trials, show trials, for justice. If perpetual war is how Democrats define foreign policy, lawfare is what Democrats do when they control domestic policy. It's all they have. The trials of President Trump are the policies of Biden, Harris, and Merrick Garland and Jack Smith. The trials are an attempt to bankrupt, shame, isolate, and remove by way of a jury verdict or a bench trial to get rid of President Trump. The trials are a dishonest and disproportionate response, which is something Democrats otherwise oppose, but not to stop the bad orange man. They oppose those things, but anything to stop orange man bad. We hear Democrats condemning such things, citing what they call Israel's disproportionate response to Hamas. We hear Democrats calling for a ceasefire. We hear Democrats talking about peace, not only talking but demanding that Israel accept an unjust peace, while these same people call for unlimited war against President Trump. Such is the hypocrisy of Democrats who use the criminal justice system to disenfranchise tens of millions while costing the nation billions in legal fees. A party this corrupt has no right to lecture us about the virtue of or the legality of indicting President Trump. None. No party this eager to abuse power has the right to exercise it. We must not be a party to this attack on our democracy. This republic deserves so much more and so much better. We need to heed President Dwight Eisenhower's warning because the military-industrial complex is real, the deep state is powerful, and the surveillance state, more dangerous than any of it. Watching you, watching me, Instead of the night watchman state, which performs a few essential functions like protecting citizens from violence, theft, and fraud, we have the surveillance state of big government, of big tech, and big pharma, and big donors, all with a healthy dose of censorship and corruption stirred in just for spice. If Democrats get their way, we will sound British, but we will act French, neither of which we want. Just think about it, them. They're watching you every day. Eisenhower warned us. Reagan warned us. Trump warned us of who these people are and what they would do. And yet here we are. You ready for your social credit score? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for your social credit score to determine whether or not you can go to the grocery store today, or use your car, or leave your home? Pretty frightening. The state police, everything we post, like, text, tweet, or share, anyone who refuses to participate in this criminal conspiracy to cancel free speech, they will go to jail. You will go to jail unless you participate. And you go for a long time. I won't participate. Off the ground again from the bunker. We'll take a break. Get our feet on the ground. We love these high-tech companies, don't we? It's the Steve Gruber Show, and I'll be right back.